Well, I'm gonna quick show you how to make the floor of a house like this. And I'm in the middle of doing it right now, so it's a good example, and I'll show you everything that you need to know. So first you're gonna need your garage or your basement, or asphalt, cement, something flat. If you want to use like your kitchen floor, go for it. But you're gonna need to put paper down or something. But I would recommend like a basement floor like this. You don't need to do the whole house down here, but just the floor. So I'm not really cold down here, but it is nighttime right now, and I'm not really cold, so it's pretty comfortable down here, except for the hard floor. But anyway, what you're gonna want to do is, before you even start, make sure you know your dimensions and everything. Figure out like how long everything should be. Like that back wall is however many. I have it all drawn out. I figured out all the measurements. Got it all written down right here. So you're gonna need to know that. And then all you really need to know is the outside wall measurements for now. So just figure that out. And then you're gonna want to get a yardstick, definitely, even if it's a smaller thing. Get a yardstick because it's easier. And just start drawing the house on your floor with pencil. See the pencil lines? I drew the whole outside of the house. And to do a right angle, you're gonna need something big that's square. So either a whatchamacallit, one of those metal things that are used for making right angles, or like what I used, one of our kitchen tiles, because we have all the extra stuff from our house. Like in our garage, we have like bricks and stones and stuff. So I have some, tiles. A whole box right there that wasn't even opened, so, and whatever's in these boxes, so, so I have all this stuff I could use. So I used one of these tiles, and I glued the yardstick, I'll show you, to the ground like this. First I drew the first line, and then I glued that there, and then you don't even have to glue, just whatever you need to do to make a right angle. And then I put the tile right here, and then drew the line, and just make sure everything's a right angle and it's drawn out perfectly. I would recommend drawing the inside walls too. That's what I did. I drew all the inside ones also, just to make sure, because it actually turned out, when it looked good on the map thingy, the plan. But see how there's a staircase there, there's a room here, and there's a little room in between them. Well, when I drew it out on there, that little room in between the stairs and that room was too small, and the stairway was too small. So in the final plan, I just removed it, and I made that room a little longer and the stairs a little wider. So you wouldn't have ever known that if you didn't do this. But it might be a more serious change, like you might need to make the whole house like 2 inches wider. So you'll want to know that before you even start, with the actual sticks. And then what you're gonna do is get a bunch of sticks. Make sure they're straight ones. They need to be straight, with not like messed up bent ones for this. And then this is where you're gonna glue it to the floor. So you're gonna glue like a couple dots, and then take the tile. That'll be heavy, so I don't need to glue that, but make sure it's fastened to the ground. The tile will be right here, and then just set up one stick on its side. Do the first one just leaning up against here. It might fall over, so I have like old CD cases. I put it on the floor on that side so it won't fall over. Actually, it's better to show you over here. I set it up, and then I'll also set up the one next to it, make sure it's leaning on stuff so it doesn't fall. And then to glue them together, get a little piece of a stick, put glue on it, and put it there, and that'll hold it together. That's what all these things are. They just hold the seams together. And then what you want to do is, every once in a while, glue it to the floor. You want it to be fastened there, and then we'll just rip it off later. But make sure this whole thing is glued to the floor. Then you're going to want to make big long sticks, like just glue them together like this, and then glue one going across here, one going across here, one going across here, and then just do these going all across like this. Make sure they're all flat and perfect, and just glue them on. Try not to get too much glue on the ground, because then it'll be stuck to the ground. And then just do that the whole way across. and then lay your other sticks going this way on top of it, all right next to each other, and that'll be your final floor. So that's how to make the floor. Hope it's not too confusing. I would recommend you do the entire floor up to this point, so it all looks like this. Don't put the final level layer on it, you know, like the final floor. Don't put that on it. Once you're done doing this, then peel it off the ground. Make sure it's not glued to the ground at all, and then do the final ones, you know, going perpendicular this way, you know, the final floor. Because if you were to do the final floor and then you went to peel it off the ground and it was stuck somewhere underneath, you wouldn't be able to get under there. So I would recommend, you know, peeling it off the ground now, you know, before you can't. So yeah, I've got my extension cord running down here, laptop thingy, like food and crap all down here. So yeah, that's how to make the floor. This thing's pretty big. So yeah, there's my video. Thanks for watching.